This video is sponsored by Nebula's new series of projectors, bringing a movie theater experience to the comforts of your home. There is something extraordinary about Qsuite. When I step into this suite, I'm transported to another world. A world without worries. A world where everything is taken care of and everything will be okay. A world where I can relax and just enjoy the moment, staring out of my window in complete privacy. This is the world's best business class to me. Of course, this is also a personal opinion, which is why I encourage you to discover your own preferences when it comes to seating and service. I'm not saying this will be your favorite business class or even that this is definitely the world's best business class, but what I am saying is that you should give this a try if you ever have the chance. And today, I will show you why. Although I talk about Qsuite all the time, I realized the last time I actually reviewed it was in 2018, so it's certainly time for an update. If you wonder how on earth you can ever experience something like this, let me tell you, it really isn't difficult. There's a cheap way that's only possible in some countries, and then there's a slightly more expensive way that's possible worldwide. I'll share both at the end of the video. For now, come with me, Nonstop Dan, on a journey from Doha, Qatar to Amsterdam in the Netherlands, two polar opposite places that are only a comfortable 6-hour flight apart. We start where I left off my previous review of Qatar Airways' brand new Boeing 787-9. After landing in Doha, I spent the night at Sleep and Fly, the cheaper of two overnight options at Doha's Hamad International Airport. To be honest, it was a really cool experience despite the unconventional living arrangement. Doesn't this look like a first-class airplane seat but on the ground? Yet another experience to check off the bucket list, I guess. After 5 hours of surprisingly comfortable sleep, it was 6:30 a.m. and I headed to the Al Murjan lounge for my morning shower. Qatar Airways has one business class lounge at their hub, which is incredibly beautiful and could absolutely be the best business class lounge in the world, but seeing as they have hundreds, sometimes thousands of business class passengers and frequent flyers going through Doha at once, the lounge is often packed to the point where it's difficult to appreciate just how fantastic it is. Luckily, as part of an ongoing airport expansion, they are building another lounge in the outer concourse, scheduled to open in the coming years. The shower was a little too relaxing because I almost missed my flight, but I just couldn't resist staying in there longer with those soaps. These things cost more than what I spend on soap in a year. This is luxury. You know what else is luxury? Having a home movie theater, and it turns out you don't need a separate room like all those bougie YouTubers you watch. Today's video sponsor Nebula has a much better solution. Now hear me out. This is something I really didn't know I needed. The Qmiles Max is a 4K Android TV projector with Dolby Digital Plus, providing 4K 150-inch video with built-in surround sound audio. I mean, I thought the Qsuite screen was big, but listen, the Nebula Qmiles Max is next level big. When I say you can watch anything, including my videos, in the highest quality anywhere you take your portable projector, I am not joking. Since they use Android TV, you have access to thousands of apps through the Google Play Store straight on the projector, and the system responds at lightning speed. You can also mouth your commands with Google Assistant. Find NordVPN.
Here's NordVPN.
Oh, and since the projector has built-in Dolby audio, it doubles as a Bluetooth speaker, and given how good it looks, you can use it as a decor item. 3-in-1, not bad. If you want to leave it in a pretty spot in your room, you also don't have to worry, since the screen auto-adjusts to slanted surfaces and projects onto surfaces from the side as if it were coming from straight ahead. Pretty neat. If you want to check out Nebula's incredible series of at-home cinema-style projectors, click the link in the description now. Good morning from Doha, guys. Let's fly Qsuite to Amsterdam. Upon boarding, I immediately noticed the oh-so-familiar boarding music. In case you didn't already know, I'm a boarding music fanatic and listen to this stuff all day, every day at home. And now I can listen to it on my Nebula projector. All airlines should play boarding music in my opinion, as it sets the mood wonderfully. So, Qatar Airways offers the Qsuite on all A350-1000s and select A350-900s. Most 777s also feature Qsuite, although there's a small risk of an equipment swap to a non-Qsuite equipped aircraft. The 777 is still the backbone of Qatar Airways fleet, and I was glad to once again be on board this beast. The airline has two configurations on their 777-300ER, one with 48 business class seats and the one I was on with just 24 business class seats between door 1 and 2. This makes for 6 rows in a 1-2-1 configuration, with seats alternating between being rear facing and forward facing. Naturally, as an av geek, there's nothing better than sitting in a seat that faces the engine, so I always choose the rear facing odd numbered seats. If you're interested in looking out, this will be your best bet since the forward-facing even-numbered seats are further from the windows. In Qsuite, there's also the family suites in the middle, where up to 4 people can sit together. In this case, you'll want to choose row 1+2, 3+4, or 5+6. If traveling as a couple, the odd-numbered middle seats, which are also rear-facing, will be your best bet for sitting close together. Oh, and enjoying the double bed. The only seats to avoid are 6B and 6J, since they have missing windows. Now welcome on board. Qsuite is a visually striking seat with details throughout that contribute to the premium feel. The seat controls and various electronic outlets are easily accessible on the side console, where you have enough storage space to store everything you own. There's also a side control that can be height adjusted, which contains the headphones, water, and some more storage space. As usual, I was welcomed on board by name at my seat today by a fabulous Thai crew member. Her name was Sufamas, and she nailed the art of service. The art, to me, is knowing how to make people feel like you know who they are and are familiar with their preferences, even when you're not. This is pretty much impossible to perfect, but I was 100% sure she knew who I was from YouTube. Later, it turned out she had no idea I was a YouTuber or was making a video. It was the way she spoke to me that felt so familiar, and it really impacted the service positively. For example, when I ordered lemon mint, she said, "Oh, I know you love that one. You will enjoy it as always." Then she said, "I know you're familiar with Qsuite, so welcome back." I guess she could have seen that this was my second flight on a connecting leg. Saying those things is a risk, but it really paid off because it made me feel so welcome. Sufamas also introduced me to the onboard menu for today, and I told her I'd like to dine in a few hours after taking a nap. Thankfully, Dine on Demand on board Qatar Airways makes this type of customization possible. Theoretically, you can eat what you want when you want. But of course, things do tend to run out if you don't book them earlier in the flight. As we pushed back, I enjoyed the views out of the window of the scorching hot summer day in Doha before launching into the sky for this roughly 6-hour flight to Amsterdam. After takeoff, Sufamas offered to make my bed, which I enthusiastically agreed to. This may sound weird, but there's something so soothing about having your bed prepared for you. How often do you get to enjoy that childhood luxury as an adult? The bed is beautiful, with high quality bedding and complete privacy once you close the door. I have to say though, the bed is the biggest weakness of Qsuite. Not that it's bad by any means, but I find it unfortunate that the headrest is so big that you feel it pushing into your shoulders even through the mattress. It's still a lie-flat seat on an airplane though, and I slept like a baby for a couple of hours until my phone started vibrating, letting me know it was time to get up and get some work done. This is way too comfortable, you guys. This is more comfortable than where I slept last night in Doha airport. Work is quite easy when you have Qatar Airways Super Wi-Fi because it costs a ridiculously cheap $10 for the entire flight. And if you don't want that, everyone can get an hour free. The speeds are great for anything you need to do, perhaps with the exception of watching videos, which should be avoided on in-flight Wi-Fi anyway. While I was working, Sufamas ensured I had everything I wanted to snack on and drink. Once lunchtime came around, I started out with the Arabic meze because you can never go wrong with Arabic meze. Yes, at this point with my previous Turkish Airlines and Qatar Airways reviews, you might start to notice I'm obsessed with this stuff. I enjoyed it with a pineapple margarita, which is another favorite of mine. Next up, I had the spinach and black mushroom tortellini. You might notice that the meal is served on a single tray, which is definitely not standard for Qatar Airways. Unfortunately, this is a COVID-related change that they will hopefully update soon. Making such a change will have implications in many ways though, since the airline has significantly reduced staffing. In order to reintroduce the full pre-COVID table presentation, they should also increase staffing to pre-COVID levels. Because let me tell you, the reduction in staffing is noticeable on Qatar Airways flights nowadays. So let me state my thoughts as clearly as possible. Qsuite is still the world's best business class between the seat, the privacy, the service, the entertainment, Wi-Fi, and dine on demand. However, there's no denying that flying Qsuite is not what it once was, having lost many of the small luxuries, like constant bombardment with rose-scented hot towels, the frequent casual interactions with crew, the candle at the table, and the restaurant-style table setting. They are all gone for understandable reasons. Safety. As a consequence, a year and a half later, the experience is still diluted, and I'm hoping it will soon return to what it once was. In the meantime, you can rest assured that no other airline out there is offering a better experience than this. So whether you're flying Qsuite the week this video comes out, or a year after it comes out, I wish you a wonderful flight. Before going over how I paid and how you can do the same, I'd like to thank Nebula for sponsoring this video. Once again, if you're looking for a high quality at-home cinema experience, you cannot go wrong with their Cosmos projectors. I have the Cosmos Max and it offers Dolby Digital Plus, Android TV, and so many more incredible features. So, how did I pay? I redeemed Qmiles for this flight, and if you live in Sweden, you can currently get a limited time record high sign-up bonus of 500,000 points with the Amex Platinum. The card is expensive, but if you travel a lot, this card is a no-brainer, and there has never been a better time to get it than now. These points can be transferred to Qatar Airways or British Airways to redeem for your Qsuite flights. In the US, I recommend getting the City Premier, which currently has a record high sign-up bonus as well of 80,000 points. This is insanely good since it's more than enough for a one-way ticket on Qatar Airways to the Middle East, Africa, or India. You can learn more and apply for that limited time bonus in the description as well. Now, if you want help using these points, the best way to do so is via chat flights. All you do is tell them what you want and they will find a word space and sort everything out for you. I'll leave the link along with my 5% discount code in the description as well. If you don't live in the US or Sweden, or there are no credit cards in the country you live in, I recommend looking out for sales either on American Airlines, British Airways, or Iberia points. These can often be purchased at reasonable rates, allowing you to get a Qsuite flight for about $600. Just Google how these sales work, and you'll learn very quickly that they come every few months in each of these programs, unlocking semi-affordable access to this wonderful experience. I hope you enjoyed the video as always, guys. I so appreciate your support and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Until then, fly safe.